I realized that I was asking questions, I was asking for help, but I was still trying to control everything. So I kind of made it a point to tell myself every day, just get out of God's way. My name's Jake Allred, and I attend the North Lake campus with my wife Tracy and our sons Hayden and Declan. For years, I've kind of struggled with being as strong in my faith as I wanted to be. I would hear people talking about hearing their calling or where they were in their journey, and I would personally get frustrated because I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. Then one Sunday, something Pastor Justin said really resonated with me. He was talking about the definition of insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. So I realized that I needed to take a look at how I was approaching things because clearly it wasn't working. One Sunday, we went to service, and the pamphlet they handed out at the beginning, I was looking through it, and I noticed that there was a mission trip coming up to Nicaragua. And my first thought through my head was, I need to do this. And that really surprised me because that's not typically something that I would necessarily jump to do. I kind of kept it to myself, thought about it all week, and we went back the next Sunday, and there it was in the pamphlet again. And being stubborn, I kept it to myself for another week, and for the third week in a row, the next Sunday we went back and there it was. And I finally tapped my wife on the shoulder and I said, I'm thinking about doing this. And that was all it took. Next thing I know, she's planning the trip for all four of us, she and I and our two boys. We knew we might have to get creative with the finances to kind of pay our portion of it. So we were going through the process, getting ready for the trip, and just a couple of weeks later, my work informed me that since they were making some changes mid-year, my salary was going to be guaranteed for the rest of the year. So, God found a way to provide for us to make that trip. And, the boys really took to it a lot more than we thought they would. We weren't really sure how they would react. They helped out a whole lot building the houses. And one thing that really meant a lot to me was how much the other church members that went on the trip really poured into our sons. Just the patience and the love and the teaching that went on. I don't know that there's any concrete way for me to encourage other people. All I can say is, I guess it was my time. I guess I finally left enough room and enough space to actually hear what he was saying to me. When I saw that mission trip in the pamphlet, it was just the first thought in my head, I need to do this. I realized that I was asking questions, I was asking for help, but I was still trying to control everything. I wasn't really leaving time or space in my life for him to work. So I kind of made it a point to myself to tell myself every day, just get out of God's way. Kind of like with the trip, he made a way and it happened. Sometimes it's just those little things when something pops in your head and you're like, that's not my normal reaction. Those are the kind of things that I try to pay attention to now. I find myself now more listening for answers than just asking questions.